Did Matt Mercer leak the existence of a Dimension 20 animated series? And Critical Role Campaign 4 reveals some horrifying new secrets.
Oh, what fresh hell is this?
Before we talk potential animated show leaks and terrifying Campaign 4 reveals, why not take a second to hit those like and subscribe buttons? We really do appreciate it when you do, and it really does make a huge difference for these videos. And then, let's dive into the news. Critical Role's seekers once again uncovered some horrifying new secrets in this week's episode as the search for Taisha's son continued, but they may have stumbled onto the biggest, darkest secret yet that has put their lives in even more danger, as their quest to the land of eternal darkness takes a detour after they learn of a secret process to create a celestial that has been hidden away. And later, Octus has a vision of the Shaper God of the Sun essentially taking the heart out of his own priest to illustrate how the process works to his other followers. This effectively confirms that Octus was intended to be turned into a celestial by his own family, and that in fact celestials may be something closer to a golem or a construct than a real, fully sentient creature. The addition of the Stone of Night Song adds a wrinkle to Octus's story, as the Taconis may also have been trying to use that specific celestial to guide the souls of the dead where they want them to go, but that is still being explored. We also learned that the Halaver family probably knows of this process, as the Halaver and Taconis houses both served under another great house during the Shaper War, which they turned on and wiped out for supporting the gods. So if the Halavar also know of this process, does that mean Wikander's celestial grandfather is actually his real grandfather? As in, he was a man married to his grandmother who had his heart ripped out and his body transformed into a celestial, as was alluded to in the vision Octus had? So under the Halavar estate, driven insane by the pain of the Iron Maiden that drains his blood constantly, is really just a man who was once Wick's actual grandfather, but now transformed into this deranged celestial by his own wife to be tortured for all eternity. That's a truly horrifying thought. Also horrifying is Sir Julian's strange, cursed shadow finally making itself known as the Seekers approach the temple that's the home to this bizarre Build-A-Seraph workshop, as his own shadow ripped him off his horse, almost crushed his neck, and tried to drag him off into the darkness as he was surrounded by the spirits of the dead. We also got a truly emotional opening between Tyranny and Cadigan, where we finally got a peek at the lore of Cadigan and the tragedy at the heart of his character that Robbie's been hiding so well, as Tyranny mentions the name Mariana that she saw in a vision from her knife, and just the mere mention of that name rocks Cadigan to his core. So clearly Mariana is someone deeply important to his story, perhaps a dead or otherwise deeply estranged wife or partner, but it's just nice to start seeing some of those layers peeled back on the very enigmatic Cadigan. But the episode ends with Valus being pulled off the ground by a flock of nightingales, the namesake of the Stone of Night Song she carries, in this land of the dead, so once again another huge cliffhanger we can't wait to see resolved in the next episode.
The suspense is terrible.
And in other news, people are starting to notice a strange interaction that took place in Brennan and Matt Mercer's interview over on the Variety YouTube channel. As in one section of this far-ranging interview, Matt begins talking about the challenges of creating their Mighty Nein and Legend of Vox Machina animated series, and seems to imply that Brennan is going through the same process now. So let's take a quick listen.
To bring so many talented writers in and show them what we've done, and having a lot of them weirdly already know and be aware or fans of it, and then bring their special flavor to the mixing pot, and then in this adaptation collaboration take something that was so beloved to us and adapt it into its own beautiful, more grandiose and digestible form. Because let's be real, hundreds of episodes at 3, 4, 5 hours an episode can be a little intimidating for some people to jump into the world of Exandria and facilitate an atmosphere of excitement through even the hardest points of trying to get things done in time.
Yeah.
You're doing this now too, bro. Like we've been talking for years. You're now adapting your Dimension 20 IPs. You got webtoons coming out, other things I'm sure you can't talk about.
This interaction and Brennan's reaction, and Matt's seemingly trying to walk it back a few moments later, had a lot of fans wondering if he had just leaked the existence of a Dimension 20 animated series. aka Fantasy High Animated. We already know that the series is getting its own webtoon, so fans naturally assume this could be the accidental leaking of a full animated series for Dimension 20's flagship campaign. And while it would certainly make for an amazing animated show with its blend of high school drama and high fantasy, we did want to check with Dropout and Dimension 20 themselves to see if this was actually happening, and were given an official no comment from the team there. Now that said, we do know the team that handles press and PR at Dropout and Dimension 20, and in our minds, there is simply no way they would allow this interview out if Matt Mercer's moment was an actual leak of an unannounced project. That would just never sneak by them, and if it was intentional, they would have made a big announcement around it and a big deal to promote the series. So we have to say there's almost no chance that this was a leak by Matt Mercer for some kind of Dimension 20 animated series that's already underway. So what do you think? Did Matt Mercer accidentally leak a Dimension 20 animated show? And what secret will the Seekers uncover next in this Celestial Build-A-Bear workshop? Let us know down in the comments, and don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons.